everybody. I wanted to finally do the March Kill This Kit video, and I have 3 kits to share with you guys today. I have the Scraptastic kit, the Gossamer Blue kit, and the Studio Calico kit, and they're all the Project Life kits. And even though they have different names for each kit, they're basically made for Project Life. So those are the only ones that I get each month. So the ones for March I've already used and for the month. And I was just going to show you guys what I have left over from this month that I did not get to use for my Project Life pages this month. But I still will use them eventually. But anyways, so I have, this is from Scraptastic Kit. They gave us these snap letter stickers, which these are always great to have for Project Life. And even though this isn't my favorite color, it's like that kind of dark green olive color, I still did use some. And these are my favorite letters to use for Project Life, so I definitely will use these up, even though I have some left over. So I love that I have those left over. As you can see, I've already used all the A's, and all the Y's, and H's, and the D's, and P's. So a lot of the letters are missing that are duplicated, but I still have all the E's left, and S's, and O's, stuff that I use a lot. And then the only 4x6 card that I did not use in this kit was this card, just because I didn't know how to use this. I think this would be really cool to use like a quotes kind of card, but I don't know really. And I did not like this side because I don't really use horizontal cards, and I just didn't like this side. So I do want to use it for this side, I just don't know how to use it. So I can use that another time, or I can give it away, or whatever I want to do. And then these letters. I did not use that much of these. I don't know why, because I really do like these, but I guess I just didn't really think about them. And I had a lot of letter stickers this month in all my kits, so I didn't get to use all of them. But I did use a little bit of these. Not much at all. And then I do have a lot of the 3x4 cards left. I didn't use the wood veneer card, even though I really like it, or this one, and I really like that one too. So Happy Here With You is a die cut card, and this one, I love all these cards. I just have so many, and these kits that I didn't get to use all of them, of course, but I can always use them for the next month, and I'm always going through my old kits, so it's okay. It's good to have extras to build up my stash. So there is a bunch of cards left, as you can tell. And I really love all of these cards, especially this one, Anywhere With You. I love the hot air balloon. But anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of 4x6 cards left, but then again, they give you a lot of 4x6 cards. I mean, 3x4 cards, I'm sorry. So lots of those left. Definitely a lot of sequins left, and I did try to use a lot of these this month, so that doesn't really show that I used a lot, but this thing was like busting out the seam pretty much. So I did use a lot, but of course I can't use them all. I love the sequins though that they include. And I didn't use any of these. I didn't like the colors at all. I don't like red, and I don't like that, what color, I don't even know what color that is. It's not really pink, and it's, I don't know what color it is. Like, kind of like an off-white. I didn't like these. I might just give these to somebody, like a friend or something, because I don't think I'm going to use them. And they're very dimensional. So I just don't think I'll use them. So I'll give them to somebody that I think will use them, because I don't ever think I'm going to go back into those. And then I have lots of those little tabs left, and some die cuts. And I had one of those clips that said fun left. But I did use all, no I didn't. I did have some wood veneers left that I put with my April kit. So there were a few things left that I did not keep in this bag, because I do want to end up using those for next month. I mean April, this month. So these are things that went really well with this kit. So I didn't put these with the next kit because I didn't know if they'd go good with them or not. But that is everything from my Scraptastic kit. I did use a lot of it, so I'm really happy with that. I got my money's worth at least. And I do have a lot left to put in my stash, so that's always nice. Now to the Gossamer Blue kit. I keep it in here still because I haven't switched out my new Gossamer Blue kit because I just got the new one today. But the Scraptastic kit's always the first one that I get, so I already changed that one out. And for this one, I'm just going to keep it in the bag that it came with, this big bag. All of that I'm going to put in that bag and just put it on my Rascal cart so it's with all my Project Life stuff. And then this one I'm going to put in I have a kind of like a photo box thing that I put all my Gossamer Blue kits in. So you guys, this stamp set I was obsessed with. I think I used all of them except for the circle one, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack time, and the PM. I don't think I used the silver one either. Yeah. But everything else I used, and I used it a bunch. Because it was my birthday this month, so I used the birthday dinner one a lot. Because I went out to eat for my birthday like 3 times. And, yeah, so I love the stamp set. This is my favorite stamp set I have now. Because I'm a foodie. I love food. And this is an amazing stamp set. So, I know someone was asking me in one of my old videos, I think it was my last video I made, about my March Project Life, and I was talking about this stamp set, and it came from the Gossamer Blue kit, and the name of it is March 2014, Life Pages kit, and it's made by Studio, and it's exclusive just for Gossamer Blue. So you can't buy this from anywhere else. It's just just came with this kit. I don't think that there's any more of this kit left over either, or you can just email Gossamer Blue and see if they have an extra one of these stamp sets, but I don't know. So you'll have to contact them and see if they have any more left, because these are awesome. You got to get your hands on it. And some other things that came in the kit that I have left over. I love these CN Crafts, these little heart like enamel dots that they came with. I used a bunch of them. I used almost all the yellows, almost all the dark blues, and I have a lot left over still. But I did use a bunch of those. So those are really cool. I'm going to go with embellishments first. I dropped something. Okay. Another thing from CN Crafts were these label stickers. I just used 2 of them this month, but I really like all of them. So these are perfect for Project Life. And I'm going to keep these in my embellishments part of my Rascal cart. So I definitely will use these. And I did not use any of these from the Now and Then sticker sheet. I just thought these were way too big, like the image stickers. I thought they were way too big for Project Life. I could use these on layouts probably. I really like these because I love the gold foil to it, but it just didn't work with my pages this month, so I have not got to use those yet. And then the big pack of these letter stickers. I loved these month. And I have a humongous amount left. But I did use a bunch, so you can see I even tried to use a bunch and then I put them back on there. And I loved these. It came with 4 sheets. I didn't use that much of the brown ones just because I didn't use brown that much this month. And I didn't use any of these. Wow. And I love that color. I'm surprised I didn't use that. I used a bunch of those. But anyways, so I tried to use those a lot. But I didn't get to use them all, of course. But I did get to use a bunch of them, so that's good. And that was with that. And some more little embellishments that it came with. I did use 1 piece of this twine, but I have a lot left over. And then I didn't use any of the clips, just because they're so bulky. I don't know. They don't really go good with Project Life, I don't think. I tried to use this one a lot. But look how... I don't know, it's kind of thick. But I try to use it. I couldn't. I don't know. I really love those, though. I just didn't know how to use them this month. Okay, so let me put some of this up and I will show you the cards. Okay, so I have, how many? 4 3x4 cards left. I was not crazy about their 4x6. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting so confused. 4 4x6 cards left. And I was not crazy about their cards this month just because I don't like how they're off-white. I really don't like that. It's like they're doing some kind of vintage look. I don't like it. I like the regular, just stark white. Like, let me see if I can compare. Okay. You see the difference? I like this kind of white versus that one, because most of the cards I use have this color white, and it just doesn't look good when you match it with something like that. So, I know that's kind of picky, but it just doesn't, whenever you put it together, it really does not look right, I think. So, I had trouble using these, but I really do like them. I had trouble using them. But I have 4 left over. I really like that one. I just couldn't figure out how to use it. And a bunch of 3x4 cards left. I didn't use that much of this kit this month, unfortunately. But since I get their kit Gossamer Blue is the last kit that I get. And it's usually like in the middle of the month at like a weird time, I think. Because that's whenever I've already started on the month of my Project Life. Like, I'm already 2 weeks, I think it's 2 weeks through on Project Life now, because today's the 14th. Yeah, so 2 weeks through in April, and I just now got my new Gossamer Blue kit this month. So since it's so late, I don't really get to use it that much. I've already really used a bunch of my new Scraptastic kit this month, so I don't know. I might not stick with them because of that, and because I always have so much left over and I don't really get to use it. But I really like them, and I've already looked at the new kit, and I really love the new kit. But you see how they're all off-white, and they're all like dark colors. They're not bright and fun like how I really like them. But I do love like a lot of the sands on the cards, and I love like that cloud one. But it's just so dark, it doesn't go with all my other colors that I try and use. This is from Scraptastic, sorry. That one was from Scraptastic. Okay. I know, I'm so weird how I know that. But, anyways. So that is the Gossamer Blue Kill the Kit video. I did not kill this kit at all. But I tried. So, Studio Calico. I used a bunch of these. Or I used a bunch of this kit. I loved that they included thickers this month. But I didn't use that much because it was really hard to make words without any A's. Or any E's. So, it was really hard for me. And I used a lot of the hearts too. They came with a lot of hearts on the bottom. But it was really hard to make words after I've already used some of them. I didn't use any of these. I didn't even open it. I don't know. I just didn't think about these that much. I used a few of these sequins. Not that much, though. I'll just put those in, like, my whole box of sequins. I love these this month. I guess I just used 2 of them. I thought I used more than that. Okay, I guess I just used 1. I don't know. But these inspired me to make my own cork embellishments. So after I made my own, I started using the ones I made. But I really do love these. And I love how they painted on them too. I used almost all of these labels that came with the kit. I only have 3 left. These 2 big ones and this little baby one right here. I didn't use any of these clear acetate things. I didn't know what to do with it at all. So I'll still have to figure that out. I didn't even use the stamp set this month. Just because I didn't know what to use it with. Like, I don't need the numbers because the only thing I use numbers for is the day. And I use my date stamp for that. And I really do like the butterfly. I don't know. I never even opened this to even use it. I may give that away too because since I didn't use it at all. Okay, I used all of the 4x6 cards, so I don't have any of those to share with you guys. And, well, the only thing I have left of a 4x6 card is this. So, because I just used it to back my photo, so I just have that left over. So, I'm saved it because I'll probably use that again, or use this piece. So, the only 3x4 cards I have left are these, and these are really cute. I loved this kit this month. The colors were awesome. And I loved how they had a lot of quotes on their cards this month. I didn't know how to use this one, but I love it. And I did not know what the heck this means. Do your little perfectly. I don't really understand that. So yeah, I only had that many 3x4 cards left, so that was really, I think I really did good with this kit. I always do good with the Studio Calico kits, so I think, I don't know why, I just always go towards that one. I guess because that's the first kit that I subscribed with before, and then it was Gossamer Blue, and then Scraptastic. So, since Studio Calico was my first kit, I guess I always go towards that one. And I love how their cards have the rounded corners on them. That just makes it look clean to me, I think. But anyway, so those are my 3 Kill the Kits that for March 2014. Hope you guys like this kind of video. If you want to use, or if you, sorry, if you want to see how I use these kits, go to my March 2014 Project Life share video. It should be the one before this, or maybe a couple videos back. But go check that video out, and it shows how I use all these kits in my Project Life. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be back to share my April Gossamer Blue kit with you guys. So stay tuned for that. Bye.